Something that I want to share with you today is, and I love this song, it's like my new song because there are times in our business where it just sucks in the beginning, okay? And going on this journey to Diamond is, and happy Monday to you too. Hi Nadia, hi Julie, hi Val. We had an amazing, incredible event this weekend, and the feedback is incredible. So thank you to everybody who came, for being all in. Hi Joanne. Thank you for making it what it was. Because if we were up there by ourselves, that would have not been fun. Hello Christina. Hi Tisha. So thank you. Thank you for being present with us. Like, we really did feel your energy, and it was beautiful. It was an honor to be there with you. One of the things that you take away from a video like that, take from an event like that is, I am inspired by my colleagues. I'm inspired by some of the stories that I'm hearing. Hi Bobby Joe. And we all of us Presidential Diamonds come away and we walk away inspired. I hope you felt inspired. I myself felt inspired because, some of the major points you take away from is, oh my gosh, we worked our tails off. We didn't stop, and this is an event-based business. And you got to put the work in. You got to put the hours in. And you have to have income-producing activities in those hours. And a lot of people are coming to these events, and I just had a call with the presidentials with corporate Canada here, with Jared and Russ, and we all just, we said the same thing. This is an event-based business. We've got to do classes. We've got to do one-on-ones. We've got to do enrollments. If you're not enrolling people, look at your enrollments. Your enrollments will dictate how well you're doing in this business. If you're just supporting, you're not enrolling, you're not doing this as a business. I'm sorry. The business side of doTERRA is such that if you are not enrolling, you are not growing in your business. And it would be like having a restaurant and telling everybody that you're a restaurant owner, but having nobody show up to eat. Do you own a restaurant? Sure. But do you have customers? Do you have people who are showing up to feed those customers? Because if you have customers and there's only you, and you are serving all of these customers, you're worn out, you're tired, no wonder people are losing their adrenals. They have adrenal fatigue, and you've got nothing left in you. And so we're losing our mentoring. So a few things that I want to talk about today is mentoring and showing up. And if you're not doing those things, guys, you're not doing the business. You really just aren't. You have a restaurant with customers, and you're maybe serving those customers. They're the same customers that have been there for 10 years. Great. But you're not expanding. You're not growing. You're just getting by. You might be paying for your supplies, but you're working your hours for free. And that's not what I want for you. That's not what I want and desire for you. This is a business that can make your dreams come true. I don't want you to go from another business to a business where you're paying for hours again. One of the things that we talk about is I don't want other people to dictate my worth. Well, that's exactly what's going to happen in this business, because your customers are going to dictate your worth if you're not bringing in business builders, if you're not bringing in new enrollments, if you're holding on to this one or two people who say they're going to do it as a business, and you're not enrolling more people to say they're going to do it as a business, because those new people are going to inspire these people you already have. And it doesn't have to just come from above. It comes from the builders you place underneath. And that is so key to your business. And I'm listening to this song, and it's like, man, I just can't take it anymore. And I feel like I'm giving up, and I'm crawling, like out of my skin because I'm tired. We show up when we're tired. In the first couple of years, we show up because, yes, if you're only in this for a couple of years and you're still at elite, then we got to tweak some things, right? Insanity, you hear me quote this all the time. The definition of insanity is trying to do the same thing over and over in your business, but not growing again and again and again. And you're not changing anything. You're still doing the same thing. And it's not growing still. You should be growing. If you're not growing in your business, insanity, you guys. If I owned a restaurant and I just wanted to pay for the eggs or the bacon or the whatever, let's just say it's a breakfast restaurant, and I'm just like, well, I just want to pay for the breakfast. I just want to pay for whatever comes in, and my hope is that I'm just serving customers. Great. I love your heart. But I want you not to burn out. And if you work hard, it's a season. If you work hard for 2 years and do what you love, because I promise you, I worked my butt off, but I enjoyed almost every single bit of it. Yes, I worked hard. It was a season. I was tired, but I loved it. As opposed to going to an office building and maybe loving it, working your butt off, but you're burnt out, and most people don't love being behind a cubby. And I think about that, and I was talking to somebody and they said it clearly. We're sitting there in Brazil, in the Amazon rainforest, with one of the owners of $1 billion company, one of the fastest in the world. And we are sitting there with the villagers of the Amazon rainforest, making an impact on them. And what are we? We are thinking of these people who are in a cubbyhole 9 to 5 and thinking that they're loving life. Just gratitude. I love it. I had gratitude. I was poor. Had gratitude. But now I have gratitude and I get to live my dreams at the same time. We can have it all. What's it going to take? It's going to take sacrifice. It's a season. It's going to take you getting off your butt. It's going to take you getting off Netflix. It's going to take you saying no. You know, Marie Kim, she was up there talking and she's like, I said no to my friends. And at first when I heard that, I'm like, uh-oh, you know, we're going to have people who go, I don't want to live like that. I don't want to live like that where I say no to my friends. But it only took a couple of years. And now those same friends who judged her, just like maybe some people in that crowd judged her, then they heard her say, those same friends came to my house, my dream home. And they said, I'm so glad that you didn't come to us because I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of the hard work that you do to get what you want. Because there's more people. 95% of the people won't do what you did to get what you want. And 95% of the people will not live their dreams because they're afraid to do the hard work in the first couple of years. If you can sacrifice the first couple of years, and I've heard some people even say now, well, Donna, you know, if I sacrifice for 2 years and then I get cancer, what's the point? Sounds valid, doesn't it? Sounds valid. Oh, if I sacrifice for 2 years, I'm going to miss my kids. And then what? And then what? Sounds valid, doesn't it? On the get-go, it sounds valid, but listen to this. I sacrificed time, but I brought my kids with me. I sacrificed time, but I showed my kids to go after your dreams. I sacrificed maybe a soccer practice, or maybe I sacrificed a play that my kids were in. But guess what I have now? I get to take them to an international country. I get to help them experience more than just a play. I'm there for them in their everyday life if they want me there. If they want to go on vacation, name your price. Let's do it. I got it. I got you, baby. I get to take you on these places that we couldn't have even dreamed of before. Did I sacrifice a moment in time with you? You know, I homeschooled my kids. I know what it's like to spend time with my children. I absolutely know what it's like to be there for them, and they know their mom. They know their dad more than many people who have a 9-to-5 job, right? So don't sacrifice time. Don't do doTERRA. Go work a 9-to-5 job. It's okay if that's what you want to do, but I'm telling you, if that's the reason why you think that you're sacrificing time away from your kids, I spend way more time with my kids than many 9-to-5ers. I promise you that, because I meet them. And it's not a judgment. Please don't hear me judging people, because in my heart I don't. What I'm saying is, for those of you who choose to do doTERRA, you're the people I'm talking to. You're the people I'm talking to. My kids haven't seen me sometimes because I've been away. Guess what? They love every bit of their life right now. Well, maybe my firstborn son doesn't, because he's like, I don't want to move to Guatemala. Once he gets there, he's going to change his mind. You watch. But our kids aren't going to like us no matter what we do. You know, we can't live our life like that. So I'm talking to the parents alone here. I love my life that I get to live with my kids. I want a minimalist life. I've got lots of money, but I want a minimalist life, and that's why one of the reasons why Guatemala attracts me to it. But somebody else doesn't want a minimalist life. They want something else. But for whomever you are, you can have that with doTERRA. And let me tell you this, while you're sacrificing, and not just with your kids, because again, take your kids with you. My kids came to my classes with me. My kids were handing out the bottles as I was doing my classes. They were handing out the bottles. They were telling their stories about their stories of doTERRA, of how doTERRA touched their lives. You know, my son still says, Mom, you should thank me, because if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't be in doTERRA. At which I quickly remind him, if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have that drone you have in your hands right now. So all of this to say, you guys, is that what's it going to take, and are you willing to do it? And I love that message, but at the same time that you're sacrificing, you can enjoy your life. Man, I can't tell you what I sacrificed for my kids before doTERRA. I sacrificed everything. I sacrificed my career. I sacrificed my like going out and being the partier crazy girl that I am. I sacrificed so much for my children. And when I did doTERRA, it was no different. I still did it for them. I'm sacrificing so that they can see Mom did everything that she could because she wasn't okay with good enough. My kids love that we have doTERRA. We thank doTERRA all the time as a family. We're very grateful. What's it going to take? It's going to take you sacrificing. It's going to take hours from you. Marie Kim gave a timeline, and again, there's no promises, but she said this: you want to hit diamond in a year, work 60 hours a week. You don't, you're not going to hit diamond in a year. You want to hit diamond in 2 years, work 40 hours a week. If you want to hit diamond in 5 years, work 20 hours a week. You know, some people will hit diamond more or less. It depends on you. So I won't give a timeline, but I love that but basically what she's saying is that if you want it, put the hours in and do it and commit to it for 1 year. Don't stop. And it has to be consistent. And I love that thing. It was like this PowerPoint slide that she has. It says, commit for 1 year all in. Don't stop. Don't quit. What's going to happen? You're going to go up and you're going to go down. A lot of people go up and they're loving it, and then they go down and they quit. But if you can commit a year, you're going to see that trend. You're going to see up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. If you can stay there and not quit on a bad day, then you're going to thrive in doTERRA. You're going to thrive. But you have to be consistent. I've seen people do this as a business and they're up, down, up, down, up, down, but not because not for any other reason than they've stopped. The up, down was because their hours were up, down, up, down, up, down. And we all have things that take us away from our doTERRA business. So that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about how sometimes we will rank advance and sometimes we'll drop down in rank. We've all done it, except maybe Marie Kim. But what I mean is, if you stay consistent, that down looks down, but there's still a foundation that you can create in that down. And you can still support your team, and people they're just brewing because you're showing up and you're still all in and you're still supporting them and you're still showing them that you're there and you're not going anywhere. It's the people who show up and then they're gone, and then they show up and then they're gone, and then they show up and then they're gone. That's where the up, down, up, down, up, down, 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 down stays down. And they never get anywhere. But if you can show up despite those trials, despite that trend, then at the end of that year, you're going to just watch it climb. And I've seen it time and time again. What's it going to take? It's going to take consistency. Do it for a year. Will you commit to a year for yourself? And you just look. So next year, June 2019, where will you be? You know, get out a vision card, do your vision board, get out a blank check and write down how much you want to make it realistic. Another thing that she said was smart. Is it smart? Don't ask me what it was. Maybe somebody can, I'm sure people took a picture. It was in French. But it was like, is it strategic? Is it measurable? Is it attainable? And then I can't remember the other two, but these things have to be taken into consideration. And, you know, it depends on you. All of it depends on you. So, yeah, this song, absolutely love it. Don't give up, you guys. You're going to have hard times. It's specific. Thank you, John. It's going to be hard. You're going to feel like you can't go on. But I promise you, if you don't give up, it is not in your blood to give up. It is not in you organically. Someone somewhere lied to you. Someone somewhere told you that you're not good enough, and it makes you stop, it makes you quit. But I promise you, if you get in there, it is not in your blood to quit, and you keep going, you are gonna rise. You are gonna rise if you stay consistent. You are gonna rise if you put in the work. It's not in your blood to quit. What's it gonna take? It's gonna take all you've got. Every single day. I hope you enjoyed this, you guys. I believe in you. I believe in every single one of you. There's not one person who's listening right now that I don't think can do it. I don't care who you are. I don't care where you're from. I don't care if your parents were great or not great. I believe in you, and I know you can do it. I love you guys.